Hello folks, welcome to another daily Bitcoin market analysis, or I'm really struggling, but I think I will call it daily reg market analysis by Inspocrypto, because it makes more sense. We can rename it later on when the market is going to cool down, but at the moment it is what it is. So we have here different topics to talk about. First of all, CryptoQuant. I was using CryptoQuant since almost 1 year, just as an official CryptoQuant author. Means it's a plan where you get almost the whole data for free, but one condition, and that's required: you need to provide analysis 3 times in a month. Now, people would say, oh, that's not a lot. Obviously, it's not. Only if you have a normal life and enough time, you can do it, but I can't. So that's why I'm just providing a video analysis. You remember, some of you, I was providing a text version just before. Anyway, due my lack of time, I switched out totally to a video analysis. So I talked to CryptoQuant, to the marketing, I think it's the marketing management, just saying, sorry guys, because they sent you some reminders, and I said, I can't do it. I don't have the time for it. But I could provide a different video analysis, like the free version I was providing just before, only and exclusively on CryptoQuant's blog. I never received a response, and then today I just noticed that all my charts were gone. So then I checked my emails, and I have seen that was another reminder, but it seems it wasn't just a reminder, they just deactivated my account. Anyway, it's fine for me. I'm paying once again. Obviously, I'm not paying the big sub that costs like $100 per month, because the idea of these analysis is the money that I'm getting from you guys, I'm spending in those subscriptions. Okay, so that's, even if you think you are making me millionaire with all the money you are spending every month, it's not the case. Absolutely not. You would be surprised if I would tell you how much revenue you guys are generating with the Substack. It's not just pointing to someone. I'm just saying it is a fact. So I can't provide all this stuff. With Phoenicia, a lot of things will change, because we are talking with partners. We will have a partnership with at least with one big centralized exchange, maybe with some others as well. Only those where we are convinced that they are good guys, and also with different other partners. We will have cooperation and collaboration with other analysts, application developers related to crypto, and so on and so forth. So a lot of things will come up. I know I'm talking since a while about Phoenicia, and we are doing progress, but it's taking more time than expected. That's why I never just tweeted a roadmap. It will come. As mentioned, we are doing good progress, so it's taking a little bit more time. Anyway, until then, I will change my Inspocrypto analysis. Means restructuring. I will spend some time this weekend doing it. I'm not going to do it today. So we will just reduce a little bit more the stuff. The most crucial charts are still there. And so, in my opinion, it's absolutely fine for the Friday analysis. So that's about CryptoQuant. TUSD. Also very interesting about TUSD. Also today I have tweeted about that. I mean, with TUSD, it's really crazy what they are doing with that. I mean, we are talking that 2.6 billion of the whole market cap of 3 billions are located on Binance. That's nothing. I just, it's something we can see here on Arkham. Also, just an application we are going also to start a partnership. At least that's the plan. We need to see. But however, top holders, Binance, Cold Wallet, Cold Wallet, Cold Wallet, and it's really crazy that they have a Safu wallet with 100 million. 100 million is a peanut if you know that they are holding 2.6 billion and they call it the Safu wallet. Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me, she said? Do you think, look at my face and tell me I'm stupid? Please. From 2.6 billion you are taking 100 millions and putting on a wallet that's labeled as Safu? Jesus. Anyway, everything else obviously, but we are talking about few millions are on Justin's accounts, wallets, Sun. We know Sun is also involved to Justin. USDD, Justin. So all the shit is there. Also very interesting, but at the moment not really helpful. We just know that 2.6 billion of the 3 billions, indicating, hey, we don't have BUSD anymore. Who cares? No, we have TUSD. That's the thing. I mean, 80%, even more than 80% of the whole market cap is on Binance. As mentioned, a stablecoin that is in trouble, where its custodian entity collapsed. It was close before to be acquired by BitGo, and they said, oh, they took just the exit because they noticed something big is happening there. Well, Binance don't care. Instead, they are even promoting this stablecoin just with a zero fee promo on all their TUSD, even with margin, and even between the stablecoins TUSD and USDT trades for free. Zero fee. Just imagine. Isn't that cool? Isn't that nice? We can save money. Watch trading and making some, well, I guess not really legal things, but who cares? I mean, that's also now on the table, right? So we will check also some informations about that. I was checking, for example, also here TrueUSD, where we can see some informations, for example, Tron single aggregated inflows of TUSD on exchanges. We can see, for example, that June 15th, Binance received 1.1 billion in TUSD. But also very interesting is if we check the aggregated outflows there, because June 28th, 13 days later, they had an outflow of 950 million. And even then, and that explains why the market cap of TUSD declined as well, but even then they still own and hold 2.6 billion on Binance. Just imagine that. But why to take all those almost 900 millions, 950 millions? That's a big question. Check the charts. Is the top in? Are we going to go down? Or are they going to use this money on different exchanges? It's also possible. I was checking it. I didn't see those billion in a different exchange. 30 millions on OKEX, 100,000 on Kraken, even KuCoin, $300,000. I mean, that's enough to manipulate a little bit the Bitcoin market price there. Because to manipulate the Bitcoin market price, obviously you need to bring the price and to push and to drive the price in different markets, because it's a volume thing. Huobi, 11 millions. It's not that bad. If we check here, Poloniex received here 360,000, then another 400,000 in May. But that's it. So nothing big. It's only Binance driven. And if we go to the unusual weights, you will see that. However, that wasn't just my plan now to use all these informations in my initial comment. I just wanted to say TUSD is a red flag in my opinion. They post the attestations. They still have problems, it seems, with the balances. It's not accurate at the moment, but however, they are not posting the attestation anymore. They weren't. Even the informations they shared, just saying, for example, they didn't had any exposure on Trust Prime, for example, everything was wrong because just close afterwards they TUSD sent to customers, for example, an email just saying that everything is fine and they are still in contract with Trust Prime to figure out what's happening. So if you don't have any exposure there, who cares? Obviously you had exposure, and later on they can also do the attestation. It was indicating they had an exposure there, but that's a standard sentence when someone is pointing with a finger in your direction, is just to say, we don't have any exposure there. You know, like I just mentioned. So your wife is just surprising you with another chicken in the bed, and you're saying, wow, it's not me. It's the neighbor. It just looked like me. Yeah, we are stupid. They think that we are stupid, and I have to say, a lot of people is confirming that we are stupid. But they need to know we have some exceptions as well, like me and many of my followers. So, okay. And then we have obviously a very interesting thing that was the Wall Street Journal news exclusive ECC spot Bitcoin ETF. Unfortunately, this guy didn't notice it's not an ETF. Filings are inadequate. Regulator tells Nasdaq CBOE that recent filings from BlackRock, Fidelity, and others aren't clear and comprehensive. They are not only talking about BlackRock, by the way. Okay? So I tweeted just worlds stupid. I have to say this guy is one of the most non-intelligent influencers on Twitter related to crypto. They hyped him. He was on different news. He blocked me finally because we had a big discussion about on-chain. Because even it was clear in November the price will nuke, he was just tweeting stupid, bullish bullshit. And then finally he blocked me. He did me a big favor. Like Paolo, for example, Mike Saylor, all my friends, my old friends. I'm not missing them anyway. But the thing is, you know, Fidelity, big. BlackRock, bigger. Let me tell you from someone who is working since long time for banks. Also, financial institutions. Full regulated. Okay? And I can tell you, every single time we need to make anything, an application for something, the introduction of a new trading system, like Murex, for example, just to mention one, Murex, and we have many different, or everything when it comes, I don't know, to introduce any repos or whatever. It costs a lot of time, and it means to sign, to review, to agree a lot of different documents that has to go and pass different hands. So that one person can make an administrative error and didn't see that Fidelity, BlackRock, and others missed to introduce the exchange in their application form. To think that these guys really did an administrative error, you need to be a huge ignorant or a fucking dumb idiot. Because it's not possible. And these guys don't make such failures. They don't make such errors. I'm not saying that because also Cointelegraph, the first thing they were saying is, of course, also quoting my favorite friend Will, is, well, the market is overreacting. To what? To what is the market overreacting? Your interpretation is they interpreted just this head title as a rejection. But Wall Street Journal is not talking about a rejection. No one was talking about a rejection. But they are talking about a big failure that's obviously a stupid one. And it didn't happen with BlackRock. It happened with Fidelity and the others. So do you think all of these institutional entities are talking each other and saying, oh yeah, well, just send me your application. I'm just going to put to change some fields, and then we are going to send exactly the same shit? No, obviously not. That's not how it works. Every single entity is completing their own application. But all of them did exactly the same error. Well, maybe because their exchange is sued by the SEC, and maybe they know exactly if we introduce this exchange there, then we will get the rejection. That's maybe possible. So let us just send the application. It will take a little bit. We can trigger FOMO, a lot of it. And then we can play a little bit around with volatility. We will just reg the longs, then we will reg a little bit the shorts, and then finally, like in November 2021, it's a little bit, we will get the rejection and everything will happen like in 2021. The market will dump at 40, at 50, at 60. I don't know what price level they have in mind. Maybe it's only 30. We don't know it. But the fact is to think that that's just a coincidence and absolutely not on purpose. I don't know. I mean, it's between dumb and cute. I'm not sure. But I think even both, even if you are only cute, it's not really professional. So the first thing when I was reading that shit about that's an administrative error that doesn't say anything, I thought, what? So the little guy who is responsible to create the first draft, because usually such an application will have 4, 5, 6 different versions. The first one has the draft. The draft goes to his head. The head is going to check the application. Looks great. Usually it makes a quality check what fields are unclear maybe, goes to the other departments and send this draft to the department. Also in that case, you have usually 2 steps. The usual administrative employee and its head. It will recheck it, it will send it to the next one. Because usually you will have different departments that has to communicate. And do you know what? On all these applications, all different entities have the same problem. All their hands who passed this document, every single one just missed. We forgot just to introduce the exchange. God damn it. What is happening here? I thought we are a little bit smarter. I mean, we are trading here. We are talking about futures, long, short, about open interest, funding rates, about a lot of things that I would say 85 to 90% of the civilization don't even heard about. But we are just ignoring such facts, really? Then we are not just better than a piece of bread, to be honest. It's just incredible. It's just incredible. So, what does that mean? It's on purpose. It was on purpose. Maybe really just to buy the next dip because they knew they will create a new headline with that, a little bit more food to bring the price down to buy there, or just to say, we did it. We can sell. That's our main argument. We pushed up the price. Now we have, as mentioned so many times, the argument to say, it wasn't me. It was, ECC just sent us the documents back. Well, it is part of, I can't do anything here. But that's it. That's absolutely it. These guys know what they are doing. They know it. At least when it comes to such things. If it's possible that one entity, one house makes this mistake, but it's impossible that different financial institutions are doing exactly the same mistake. It's almost impossible. But anyway, it is what it is, right? It is what it is. And we can talk also about, because, Bitwise Asset Management, Valkyrie, all reactivated their spot Bitcoin ETF. So the same application they just sent in 2021. And they are really expecting now that the ECC is going to say, yeah, let us do it. Because nothing changed in the market, but now we don't have any kind of manipulation in the market. Tether is still not manipulating the market. They are exactly doing the same like they did in 2021. I have tweeted about that. It was always the same fucking shit. It was the pattern. One another application, price up. Rejection. Or not even rejection. The ECC just delay it. ECC was just saying, we need just a little bit more time and then we will decide 45 days, 60 days, whenever. And then in November, after we pushed up, we did even a new all-time high. The big rejection. Tether manipulation, market manipulation. That was the main argument of the rejection. Now the same guys are reactivating their application, just saying, everything is fine. Now, everything has changed. But what exactly? FTX collapse. Okay, well, 3AS collapse. Okay, yeah, cool. But Tether still exists. Manipulation is still there. I mean, I just need to check the trading light chart to see spoofing. I mean, what is spoofing? It is pure market manipulation. To use just a stable coin that, I mean, maybe even that's a trap. Maybe that's why they are allowing it. Because it's, I was expecting, fuck, regulators will, like sharks, they smell the blood, would say, you are done buying it. No, they are not saying anything. And in my opinion, they are preparing something big. Because no, they are just collecting. Okay, let us see. TUSD was baked then. We have an attestation. Okay, attestation, as we know, doesn't give you a guarantee that the data is the right one. Okay, that's a big difference. Just research what is the difference between a certified audit and an attestation. That's why Tether loves an attestation but hates the audit. Okay? So TUSD is full attested, but not audited. So if they start to check and collect, it's not only, I mean, we know that even the European regulators are right now in big confrontation with Binance. It can be huge. But meanwhile, we can do everything. We can go up, we can go down, we can do absolute. But when the time is here, when the time is there where ECC, where regulators, not only in the USA, will say, stop. We can show no. I mean, no one is talking about DOJ, Department of Justice in the US. When this Russian guy in Florida or Miami, I don't remember anymore, was arrested, and they said he was using Binance as main hub for his money laundering. Never again I heard anything about this case. So in my opinion, authorities are just collecting right now. And that's what I said today in one of my tweets. And I guess many of you missed it. My tweet was, never try to kill your enemy when it's strong. Always start whacking him while letting him think he's winning. And when the time is appropriate, finish the job. And it's not going to be different this time. It is what it is. And that's why some entities and some authorities are changing. Because they know they are winning. And that's the big problem. That's the big... You know, I was saying BlackRock, Mellon, CBDC, all of them big involved. I mean, big involved in CBDC. And do you think they are just going to allow everything? You remember what China did with the digital yuan? They banned crypto first. I mean, you know, it's not going to be easy. And I'm extremely bullish on crypto in the long term. I have said so many times. I mean, I'm convinced that fucking institutionals is not accumulating. And I have said, as soon as they start to accumulate, I will flip to bullish. I will mention it. I will start to accumulate, like these guys are doing. But they are not doing it yet. They are just not doing it yet. It will happen. I'm absolutely convinced. That's why governments are now preparing everything. But just because they are bringing some bills doesn't automatically mean we are done. Just a bill that gives a general framework to make regulation happen doesn't automatically mean regulation is done. People are ignoring everything. They are not making any questions. They are just taking it and saying, that's bullish. That's bullish. Everything is bullish. You can keep doing it. It will not, I mean, at the end, if you are holding, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. But it will be pain. It will be pain. In my opinion, it will be pain when you see that the market price will go down and down and down and down and down. And then you have to be extremely strong not to sell. Because the price will go up much more afterwards. But it is a transition. I'm announcing this transition since 2021. I'm saying since 2021, we are going to go in a regulation transition. It takes time. It's a huge pain in the ass because all these market actors we have, they did huge money making whatever they wanted in a Wild West ruled market. But now everything is changing. Now regulators are taking action. And obviously that means we will generate some victims. But afterwards, when mass adoption happens, when banks starts to accept tokenized real estate certifications and so on and so forth, well, you know, that's the time where we will cash out. That's the time where we will make money. Even just with yields on DeFi. Hopefully DeFi will survive the regulation. So we will see. Anyway, wake up. Eyes big, ears big. Ask. Not only just consume information without to make any questions. Ask. That's the key. Okay? Let us go forward. So then let us see what happened yesterday. Because yesterday the weights ratio 1 day time frame pushed up hard once again, hitting 62. And as mentioned so many times, that is at 30 days. The green line here is my 30 days moving average. Means obviously we were going down, now we are going up, indicating that whales are sending more bitcoins to centralized exchanges, and that also means that's a preparation. That's something that I'm smelling. I'm smelling, like I tweeted today. If we check the liquidity ratio, it's indicating they are sending crypto to the centralized exchanges, but they are taking out much more in fiat. So obviously that means someone is selling. Someone is selling, because where's this fiat coming from? So yeah, if we start to push up, and 62 is okay, if we go and push up more, push up more, push up more, we will see. But it can also indicate we will see 22. As you remember, I have called 22 since a while. I think now it's the second week or something. We will see. Step by step, we will check today what is possible. If it's just a little correction, if everything is just a bluff, and we will go up again, and so on and so forth. That's something we need to check. But that's obviously what we are going to do today. If we go forward and we can check what's happening here, look what they did, front running it, and they cashed out before the price went down. Also interesting. It's insider trading, or they knew what's going to happen. I mean, after I was reading and I tweeted about that, I mean, they are saying it's not only BlackRock who forgot just to mention and to give a little bit more details about the centralized exchange. So if that's the case, I don't know, but that sounds a little bit strange to me. However, we have the same situation. The weights ratio 1 hour time frame is once again just going down to 60, to the 60s range, what allows the price, to reduce the sell pressure and to let the price cool down and maybe to go up and so on and so forth. Then afterwards they push up once again to 100%. It's indicating they are sending once again full power bitcoins to centralized exchange, and afterwards the price goes down. That's at least what it's doing over and over again. So if we go forward, we can check here that the net flow is indicating they were taking out some Bitcoin, 600, but that's not big. I mean, we don't know actually why it's happening. The weights ratio 30 hours moving average was at 87, flipped, went down to 80, went up again to 85, and now maintaining 83. We need to go up to 90, and then it's going to be exciting. So if we take a look, we can see that today it flipped a little bit to red. Once again, I'm not using now the CryptoQuant net flow like we had just in the past, because it doesn't make sense at the moment. And as just mentioned, I'm going to restructure the whole analysis once again and bringing a little bit more stuff. But at the moment, it's not indicating here something big. It's just indicating, for example, here that we received a little bit more bitcoins to centralized exchange and that they were taking out. And the first signal that something is happening, because it flipped finally now to red, usually indicating we can see such a correction or something. They are keep sending more bitcoins to centralized exchanges. And I was warning a little bit about that, because everything was looking like preparation. The Bitcoin balance on centralized exchanges is lifting up also. So something we need to see what's going to happen here next. We need to track all that and see. Now also let us use Inkblock when it comes to what happened in the last hour. It could be also very interesting. And we see that they sent 50 millions in crypto, 70 millions in fiat just in the last hour. And we had an outflow of 160 millions in fiat, while only 48 millions in crypto. So indicating how is that possible, also once again indicating that the whole thing was well prepared. The whole thing is indicating here that these guys were just sending bitcoins, as mentioned in the last few days, where I was saying it smells, it looks like preparation. They are distributing, and at the same time the price hold it with futures based on CBD, and it looks I was right. So if we check also here, we had in the last 4 hours 270 millions in fiat going to exchanges, but 540 millions outflows from centralized exchange. They sent 560 millions in the last 4 hours in crypto assets to exchanges and only 240 outflow. That is bearish. That is bearish. That's indicating they are selling. They are not buying. I mean, even here, they sent 1.3 billion, almost 1.4 billion in US dollars valued BTC in only 12 hours. And they sent out from centralized exchanges 500 millions. Exactly the opposite with USD. They sent almost 600 millions in, but they took out almost 1 billion. While now red, but the greed is still there. So then let us talk a little bit about futures. Also here, due to the fact that CryptoQuant cancelled my plan today, we are using now this chart here only with the different other charts. Also here I will introduce other applications and informations to complete the lack of information. In my opinion, it's not a big lack of information, because the only thing what was very or almost a little bit interesting was just to see if some huge amount is coming to derivative exchanges in bitcoins or liquidity. But I was checking it, nothing. Almost neutral. Anyway, I will bring this stuff once again, because I just have 5 pro charts, but I can use different charts, different CryptoQuant default charts, for example. So we will see this information anyway. Open interest maintains. It maintains, if we check here, that's a 1-day time frame. If we check here, we can see that the open interest declined a lot. We had a bottom around end of last year, and since then it's just lifting up. It's lifting up with the price. That's what's happening. It is lifting up, as you see, very consistent. I mean, extremely consistent to what the price is doing. Every single phase. If we take a look to the leverage ratio, now the open interest is pushing up more than the leverage ratio, while the leverage ratio has the same trend. Also the funding rate, as you can see, it's lifting up, not huge, but also lifting up. And yeah, just indicating they are demanding more longs. Even, you know, we are in a situation of what I would say a little bit more longs than shorts, not that much. If we now go forward, we can, I need to see, yeah, we can go to blockchain whispers, and also hear something very interesting, and we need to see if they are still there. Look, do you see what Bitfinex did? Just few hours ago, you remember yesterday we had 33 millions, where I said, okay, that's really low. And just few hours ago, I was surprised, but I didn't tweet about that, because it's, you know, it's a joke. We are talking about 2.8 billions versus 33 millions. So it was for me like, their reaction will be, you are joking, mate. So I didn't. But it surprised me today when I was refreshing the website and I noticed, oh, we received 5 million in shorts. Okay, and now even because we had 38 million just a few hours ago before the Wall Street Journal article, and now we have 44, almost 45. And actually those 45 millions is almost coming to the top we had when we had just recently these very bearish situation. It was looking like a correction, right? Or like a distribution before we push even more up. But now we are back. Why they are still maintaining with 2.8 billions? And that's something that it is okay. Because in my opinion, what Bitfinex is doing is selling spot and hedging. Just going long with leverage 1 or maybe 2. That's it. I guess only 1. And that's it. They are selling. And that explains and matches very well why the CBD of Bitfinex is negative. They are indicating they are selling more than buying. It would make sense. People think that's bullish. In my opinion, that's not bullish. So at the same time, we have now 1.8 billion in longs and 1.5 billion in shorts. We had a lot of shorts, but they cashed out, it seems. They closed their positions because nothing happened. I mean, we had even a little bit more shorts just when I noticed those 38 millions. And now we flipped again to the longs, 54 to 45 or 46. And in my opinion, the whole thing is now bulls or many retailers think that's it. That was just a healthy correction. Once again, a head title, foot, just to liquidate some, but that's it. We will go forward. I would be careful with that. I would be extremely careful with that. Because if these guys use the whole thing just to sell on upper level, I would be extremely careful with that. So anyway, on Ethereum, well, doesn't look that different, to be honest. If we now go to Kingfisher, could be the latest. We see we still have 500 millions. It's still on the long side. The huge liquidation cluster on 20,800. We have another one here at 23.4, another one at 26, another one at 26.6. For shorts, the most interesting part would be a 36. The biggest one would be a 43, and then 53 almost. So also here, just to say it also looks a little bit really interesting what they are doing there. So if we now also go forward here and take a look to the options. So then let us check. We had quarterly expiry today, so we need to see what the data is indicating us. Bulls are demanding 31,250 and bears are demanding 29,250. So we have $2,000 here trade range at the moment, where we have here a magnet at the moment at 31,250, while bears are demanding 29,250. Due the whole expiry today, the GAX declined a lot and now it's at 166,000. It's still high, but it's not the same like what we have with almost 300k. If we check here, because also here I was checking actually on unusual weights, if they are providing the same data like Leviters, I need to check even more. And guys, if you have any website, any application that is providing strategies, overview and so on related to Bitcoin, Ethereum, but for me it's only Bitcoin at the moment interesting, just DM me, because I was looking but I didn't find anything. Unusual weights is almost only providing option data, very old one. I'm not sure if they have any live data. I need to check and I will talk to them, but anyway, not related to strategies. And sometimes the strategies are the most important in my opinion, but I will check that. I will also talk to George about that if he knows anything, any other application for it. Anyway, for the next expiry in July 28th, at the moment the max pain is at 28k. Just to make clear, a max pain not always means we will do it. It depends on who is involved, if that's a market maker or it's a market driver, and about the volume involved. In the July 28th, we need to see. I mean, if I take a look here, volume by strike, for example, the biggest volume are calls at 30k, and as you can see, the whole liquidity here is concentrated at 30k. So to go down to 28k, I'm not sure, to be honest. I really don't know if that's going to happen. If we check here, we see that we have even at 33, we had, because one thing is notional, obviously, contract and premium. For me, premium is the most interesting part, because it means they have paid a lot, or they have what they really had to pay for the 30k call, and we have here 1.5 million. It's not big. It's absolutely not big. So not indicating anything here. Premium here as well. I mean, if we check that, oh no, it's not showing, but based on contracts, you can see that also here, bears waiting at 20, 24, 25, even let us say 23, and bulls at 30, 31, and 32, 33, even a little bit higher. So if we check with the max pain of 28, not sure. I think it's much more possible to maintain a price of 30, maybe really to go to 28 like a correction and then push up, or really to nuke from here. We will see that. Anyway, unfortunately, that's everything I can show related to, because I didn't receive any information about that yet, why it's not working, because usually on Leviters, when it's a paid subscriber or paid content, it shows it's a paid content. That here looks like the data, they don't have any data here, but you know, we had some problems in the past. It's how it looks like a bit. Not even one hour, and that's really strange. I think that's doesn't have anything to do with a subscription. It's more a problem they have, it seems. I don't know. Anyway, unfortunately, that's it related to options yet. So then let us see what they are doing. First of all, let us just chart. Yeah, perfect. We can see that one is again directly front running. We can see what Bitcoin Tether is doing on Binance. Aggregated BUSD automatically started to push up once again. Why? I don't know why that's happening, but this here and this here is almost identical. So USD, that's the USD pairs, and then we have here the Bitcoin collateral, while this here is almost identical with Tether. That's it. So once again, we had, it seems, a little of shock moment. Now they are letting just the price going up. Binance front running with BUSD. And let us take a look what TUSD is doing. It looks a little bit different, right? But that's, oh, that's the 30 minutes. Oh, that's the 5 minutes. Oh, Inspo. Now it looks a little bit different. Anyway, stablecoin reserve and USD, the Bitcoin collateral futures are maintaining the price a little bit, and BUSD but directly front running it, just pushing up. That's what they are doing, just pushing up, I guess, to hold the price. But if we take the TUSD, for example, you can see right now they are maintaining, but they also started just close before the price went down, they started to sell. So it was also one of those who, as we can see, let us check, yeah, identical. They triggered it at the same moment. Binance BUSD, as mentioned, started to buy. Bitfinex, it's still in distribution, so that matches to those 2.8 billions and hatching. Bybit, not doing anything, just going a little bit more up, but nothing big. Coinbase, oh, what is that here? That looks, I guess, a lag in the data transportation or something. Anyway, they are also lifting up a little bit, while Bitstamp is declining. Holy Kraken, what happened here? Okay. Gemini did the same and immediately afterwards started to push up once again. And we can see here, for example, that's the different levels of liquidations. And we see they, well, we can't see anything. I don't see any big change here, to be honest. Also nothing that's showing here. It's a little bit, it's the first release. I like that, by the way, by Coinanalyze, that they are doing a Coinanalyze. I would talk to them because I would like to collaborate and have a partnership with that related to Phoenicia, to be honest. I like what they are doing. I really like what they are doing. Yeah, so we can also see coin margin contracts and stablecoin margin contracts, what happened here, right? So that's it from here. Now we can go up and we can see related to Bitcoin what happened. And if we check here, BTC USDT, that's another thing. I know that once, at least, I'm not sure if the whole data is really, I guess I need to refresh the whole thing. Yeah, it looks much better now. Yeah, I need to refresh it. Now BTC here, just to have BTC there. Perfect. Yeah, perfect. So, and now we can see, yeah, we had here some purchases and some solds as well, but not many, not what I would expect, at least here. And that's something I need to talk with these guys as well, because they have crypto options here, but I didn't find anything really, anything that could be, that's short term, that's really, it's everything 2022, 23, and I can't imagine that. It seems that their option thing, their option future is not online. Anyway, breakdown. BTC TUSD is doing 46.4%. BTC USD lifted up big, 18%. So the question is that's just a breakdown. Is not saying anything about buy, sell, or anything like that. It's just saying it's a breakdown. So it's volume breakdown. It's nothing else than that. So only indicating that they are using a big part of the volume was created or is created with BTC USD pair, 18.2% with BTC USD, something that's really not that bad, to be honest, and BTC USDT 34.6%. Also interesting is BTC USD 18.2%, Bitfinex 18.2%. Then you know, right? Then you know. So maybe that explains why we received that lot of shorts related to Bitfinex as well. And maybe the whole thing came from there. And you see sells 55% to 45%, indicating that the sell pressure by whales is more, the pressure is more in selling favor. If we take a look to ETH, for example, we see that BTC ETH or ETH BTC is 57%. Now that's really big. While Bitfinex 13.7%. Next, ETH USDT and ETH USD with 7.6%. ETH TUSD only 0.8%. So means someone is in particular using True USD only to drive the Bitcoin price. Not ETH, nothing else, only Bitcoin. Everything that smells like shit, looks like shit, is shit. Okay? So that's almost it. And obviously, if we go forward and now we have the general view here, we can see that weights are here related to the volume on the Bitcoin port or site, or with almost 87%. 87%, that's a lot. BTC TUSD 40%, that's a lot. 16% USD, 0.7% USDC, and 30% USDT. While Bitfinex received is rising in their apple pie piece of the apple pie, 17.6%, while Binance 82.4%. It reduced since yesterday and even the day before. So if we now check what the market makers are doing, we can do it. And let us see what they are doing. So retail, not doing anything. Lifting up a little bit, declining here, lifting up here. Those guys here, the market maker reduced because these guys are lifting up. So once again, they are just lifting up in their balances while these one are reducing. Nothing here to see. Now let us go forward and check what stable coins are doing here. And we see that close before we went down, we received 700 million stable coins to centralized exchanges. It wouldn't surprise me if that's TUSD, to be honest. We can see if they received something. Let us say the last 6 months, and then aggregated inflow. We received yesterday 145 million in TUSD to Binance. And outflows, anything? No, just the big one that was the day before. So if we can check here, yeah, so that's only Tron. We have on Ethereum, TUSD, on Ethereum and Tron. So nothing to see here at the moment. As mentioned, we received 700 millions related to USDT. Nothing, really just nothing. The big one was here, and it wasn't really big. We are talking about, well, 1.2 billion. It was big. But at the same time we had, that was actually the swap, chain swap. Just for example, if we reduce the time frame a little bit more, now we can see they sent 50 millions to absorb here some bitcoins, holding the price, it seems. I don't know if they are using any kind of futures for it, but also here, for example, if we check that here, BUSD transaction volume 380 millions? How is that possible? So close before we went down, how is that possible? Was someone selling there? Because afterwards we went down 350 millions. We are talking about almost 700 millions. Wait, with a total supply of 1 billion? Oh, that's really interesting. Look there. So it was almost, if you check here the transactions, transactions volume, it was at 240,000, then a half million, and then it pushed up to 25 millions, and it stopped just close before we, and we are talking about the trash BUSD from Binance, not from Paxos. That's the Binance BUSD. How is that possible? How is that possible? Nothing happened over all the time, and then just, let me see, this morning, 6 hours before we dumped, we started to have here bigger volume in transactions with BUSD. Oh, now I see that. Okay. So we had here almost 850,000 transactions volume, and then it pushed up to almost 3 billion millions and even 8 millions. Can I go a little bit more? What is that here? Hello? Oh, I don't know. I will check once again, but it looks really strange what they are doing here with BUSD, to be honest. But sentiment is also, they have some problems, it seems. I don't know. Here it is. Close before. Transaction volume, BUSD, 655 millions. Okay. Okay. Someone is cashing out big, it seems. So then let us go forward and let us check what Coinbase is doing. Coinbase is doing a lot of things. They are waiting here like every else. I mean, Binance is doing it, Bitfinex is doing it. Or Binance, no, sorry, Binance with TUSD and USDT, because now it's obviously the same, it seems. However, also here at 29 and so on and so forth. But also at the same time removing some liquidity to the downside and bringing it more up. Those 700 million transaction volume related to BUSD, this trash BUSD, it's a very, very interesting thing. And if you ask me what it means, I just can tell you it smells like exit. It smells like exit, and as I know, one of those who still were using BUSD was Cumberland. Jane Street gone. Is Cumberland maybe also exiting? If that's the case, it's over. I mean, Cumberland is... I don't like them, and they were extremely good friends of Sam as well, but if that's going to happen and they are exiting and they just, use the opportunity close before they publish the Wall Street Journal article, that's indicating, guys, oh my god, we will see some melting faces. But first of all, as you can see, they can push up, while 26 bitcoins at once sold didn't have any effect on Coinbase, while now they are pushing up the price, and they will do it. They will do it until it's over. And that's always the same case. That happened in the .com bubble. That happened always, and every single bubble bursts. They keep doing it until it's over. So we will see how far it's going to be. Absolutely. I mean, just take a look to the fucking, just to their volume. We will check now Binance as well and so on, but it's ridiculous. They let the price go up. So, and of course, wreck the late shorts. It's just, So anyway, we will go forward. Bitstamp. Let us check what Bitstamp is doing. Bitstamp here removed, for example, the wall here, 32 almost. And oh my god, when I see that, oh my god, that looks like spoofing all and all over. It's a market, sometimes I really think it's like Matrix. Why they are still protecting 25k. It's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. I don't have any other thing to say here. Also here, it seems they want once again 30,600 to go down afterwards, it seems, or even push a little bit more up. But it's just ridiculous. Anyway, on Binance, removing some liquidity to the downside, bringing some liquidity upside, and that's it. At the moment, just maintaining the price, it looks like. Binance BTC TUSD, as you see, almost doing exactly the same. Means almost the same actors here working on it. So that's almost it here as well. Let us go forward. BTC BUSD, also very interesting. And look here. What a candle, but I don't see here. Here was 440. I mean, what happened to those 700 million? Something happened to those 700 millions, and it should be here. Maybe it's related. I need to check if Binance is still offering with BUSD margin contracts. So it's very, very interesting with BUSD. I need to make research here because it's a 700 million transaction volume close before they publish. I mean, it's a coincidence. Everything can be a coincidence. I just don't believe in coincidences. So I will make and spend a little bit of time to check, because I would like to know if I can find any data related to the open interest and long short ratio also to BUSD, because obviously BUSD is still active. I have tweeted about that just on Binance, you can see that. And if you also check the Bitcoin price performance, what it did with Tether minus 0.33% right now on BUSD is 0.2%, indicating that they didn't short it like, for example, on Tether. The question is, who the fuck is still using BUSD? I don't know. I know that Cumberland was one of them, as I know, but I really don't know. So let us see, and obviously they are doing what I expected, just to push up now, push, 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 push. We will see. The whole thing will have a happy end. I'm sure about that. So Bitfinex, BTC USD, what is happening here? At the moment, nothing. We had a bigger, wow, a volume delta of 300 Bitcoins for Bitfinex. That's really big, because usually we are talking about 3, 4, 5, 10 Bitcoins sometimes, but only negative. It's 100 Bitcoins, but that was really big on Bitfinex. So ORCEX spot, what is happening related to ORCEX spot? ORCEX spot also, I mean, the volume declined obviously a lot. Volume delta here 200 Bitcoins, that's also a lot, while here only 69, indicating ORCEX is on the bullish side. Kraken, let us see Kraken, what's happening here related to Kraken. They are, wow, they are here waiting right now at 28.5 and still waiting here 32. So if you want to go up, try it. While you can see what they are doing, spoofing on Kraken. And you can see what they are doing here. That's like Bitfinex now. Wow, Kraken, what a progress. Okay, so and then BitMEX, and BitMEX removed also the wall at 29k, and that's it. Derivatives, Bybit derivatives, nothing to see here with USD. Now with Tether, also nothing. Now BTC USDT Binance, nothing, only here to go long, but that's almost it. Shorts, the next one will be at 32.5, but that's almost it. Then BTC BUSD, wow, I mean, look that's really crazy. We had here 70,300 Bitcoin, of course, I guess also leverage, but Bitcoin and volume, BTC BUSD, with a negative delta of 300. I would love to know what happened here. I would really love to know, but it seems it is indicating a little bit it was really perp. They did something with perp. 700 millions, it's a lot of money. It's obviously volume. It means, I mean, buy, sell, you know, it doesn't matter. It's transaction volume. It can just say that they send. I need to check just the wallets of Binance and cold wallets as well. If they receive those 700 millions, for example, in inflow, would be also interesting to know. So I will research and tweet about that. Anyway, nothing to see here. Bitfinex perp now. Also nothing to see here. And Kraken futures. Wow, Kraken. Look that. I mean, it's a piece of shit. It was different. ORCEX, nothing, and Deribit. And Deribit also here taking out all walls, even at 33, but also at 29, and only waiting here at 24, and a lot of liquidity to the upside to absorb, by the way. So that's it from here. Well, always when I'm planning to make a short analysis, it is even longer than the day before. So next time without any kind of announcement. So yeah, we did it. So if we check here this channel. I would say the whole thing was a bull trap. Then we went down, we retested that area, we failed. Now we are going to push up once again, and we are like we started, nothing to see here. And yeah, that's actually, I mean, we can't say anything. Something is in preparation, and it seems that it's going to be big. And in my opinion, the whole application stuff, I mean, to use Binance or Coinbase, both exchanges who were sued by ECC just before, and now exactly this information is missing on the applications. I mean, I'm not stupid. Maybe on purpose, just to exit, because they could just trigger FOMO, push up, and that matches also to the distribution I was noticing and tweeting and also mentioning in the past. So we need to see. It doesn't mean that we can't go to 32.8. Doesn't mean we can't go to 27.5 next. We just need to wait. Today is Friday. We know that they love to make dirty games with us, play dirty games with us on the weekends. So I would expect exactly the same. The question is to the upside or to the downside. In my opinion, unfortunately, it's still too early to say that, because you see how they are reacting. They are playing not fair. They are making a lot of different, I mean, TUSD, nobody knows, is that baked or not? It's not clear. At least it's not clear. BUSD, big transactions, while the BUSD, it's the Binance-minted BUSD. It's not the Paxos one. And, what the fuck? 700 millions? So a lot of questions. We need to see why that's happening, if it is solid or if the whole thing is just indicating that something is happening behind the curtains that could even indicate an exit operation, and that something big is going to happen with crypto. And maybe then we will see a really big correction to the downside. So big love, enjoy your weekend. We will see us next Monday. By the way, I'm not going to provide any kind of analysis from Wednesday next week until maybe Monday the week after. I will talk about that next week anyway. I will announce that because I'm, funeral, and I will be not at home, not in the office. I will don't take all my stuff just to make the analysis because of that. So I will post a charge. Nobody will be charged in that time. Of course not. I will tweet, but that's it. So big love. And I would say we will see us Monday again. Enjoy your weekend.